Mission Impossible 3 is a very underrated movie in the Mission Impossible franchise and helped set up the future films that were to come. Ghost Protocol is one of my favorite action movies of all time. The action scenes are phenomenal. There's a lot of really good tension and suspense, and you feel like the heroes are vulnerable. I love this movie. I think this is one of the best films in the Mission Impossible franchise, and it's one of my favorite movies from 2011. I love Edge of Tomorrow, and I find this film very underrated. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is another fantastic sequel in the Mission Impossible series. This movie has mind-blowing stunts and action scenes, and despite the fact that the story of this movie isn't finished, it still felt like a complete movie. Collateral is an intense thrill ride, and I love watching this movie. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is one of the best films in the Mission Impossible franchise. Tropic Thunder is a really funny comedy with a standout performance from Tom Cruise. Minority Report is Steven Spielberg's most underrated movie. Tom Cruise is excellent in this movie. This is my favorite performance he's ever given. I also really liked his character because his character wasn't just some guy who's on the run. He has a past where once you learn about it, you really feel sympathy for him. Colin Farrell also did a really good job. This is one of my favorite performances from him. The movie is very well shot and perfectly directed by Steven Spielberg. The action scenes are very intense and keep you on the edge of your seat. Minority Report is amazing, and it's one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. Risky Business might just be my favorite Tom Cruise movie. Tom Cruise gives an excellent debut performance. He is really good in this movie, and it's not just his performance that works, his character is also very relatable. Rebecca De Mornay gives a terrific performance as Lana. Curtis Armstrong and Joe Pantoliano do well in supporting roles. The movie is thoroughly entertaining throughout. There was never one moment in the movie where I was bored. I also really love the soundtrack for this movie. This movie blew me away when I first watched it, and it's not just because the fight scenes are very well done, which they are, but the characterization is just as good. I love the story that Pete Maverick Mitchell has in this movie where he has to train a bunch of new young pilots and he doesn't feel like he can do it. I also love the dynamic between him and Bradley Rooster Bradshaw. The last 15 minutes of this movie were very intense. I had not a clue as to what was going to happen. Guys, what else can I say? Top Gun Maverick is an absolute masterpiece. Mission Impossible Fallout isn't just the best film in the Mission Impossible franchise, I think it's the best film of 2018. Tom Cruise, as usual, delivers in the action scenes and he gives a really good performance. Henry Cavill's performance in this movie is probably my favorite from him. The action scenes are absolutely jaw-dropping. The practical stunts and effects really blew me away.